how to live for free, something I've been doing for years, but is a complete foreign language to most people. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to do the exact same thing. So first things we have to start with is passive residual. What does that even mean? Passive income means money that comes to you without you having to go clock into a job or having to put time into something. The money just comes in. Residual is something that continuously happens. So if money comes in today, it's coming in again tomorrow, and the week after that, and the month after that, and the month after that, and the year after that. It continuously comes in. So passive residual income is money that comes in without you having to work continuously. And one of my streams of passive residual income is YouTube. So if you could smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, it'd be greatly, greatly appreciated so I can continue making videos just like this for you all. So living for free, let's get started. This is Austin Rutherford, where we talk business, finance, and real estate. So how to have freedom? It's having more assets that pay you rather than you having more liabilities that you have to pay. So let's put this into perspective real quick. Let's say you have a car and the car costs $2,000 a month to own, for the car note, for the insurance, for the gas, for the entire thing is $2,000 a month. So if you're liability heavy, that means you only have $1,000 coming in, but you have $2,000 coming out. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about passive income, not money that you go out there and continuously have to work for every single day, like clocking into a job. You can make a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month on a job. We're talking about passive residual income right now. So if you have a car that costs $2,000 a month and you have passive income coming in of only $1,000 a month, you're always playing catch up. Now let's say you have that same $2,000 car payment, but you have $3,000 a month coming in as income passive residually. That means you never have to worry about money because you have more money coming in than you have in liabilities. So what do? Anytime I want something new in my life, I find a way for somebody else to pay for it. I know that sounds crazy right now, but somebody else can pay for your entire lifestyle. So if you want a new house, for me, when I first moved out of my parents' house, I house hacked it. I bought a duplex that I had enough money coming in from that duplex than I had to pay every month in a mortgage. So I had more money coming in than going out, so I was living for free. And then I outgrew that house and I wanted a new house. I wanted to build a new construction home and move into the home of my dreams at the time. So what did I do? I first went out and bought rental properties, enough of them to pay me every single month to cover my new home payment. So if my new mortgage was going to be $3,000 a month, I bought enough rental properties to pay me more than $3,000 a month so I could then take that money and pay for my liabilities. Then I wanted to move to Florida because Florida's got beautiful views, it's got the ocean, it's got sun, it's got a lot more things that Ohio didn't have. But coming here, my cost of living would have gone up. So what did I do? I invested money into an e-com drop shipping store. Now that e-commerce store pays me enough money every single month to cover my additional living expenses down here. So if my new payment down here, let's say is $6,000 a month, I have an e-com store that pays me in profit more than $6,000 a month. So again, I'm continuously living for free. Now let's think outside of the box here a little bit. Let's say you want to rent a yacht. You want to go on a yacht for a day. You know, it might cost you $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a day for the yacht, depending on the size of the yacht and how long you're on the boat for. So let's just call it $10,000 and it can fit 13 people. So instead of you paying $13,000, throw an event, throw a mastermind, sell tickets to an event to come network with you on the yacht. So then the yacht pays for itself. You get to have a phenomenal time. You get to do what you wanted to do. And you get to do it around high-level people that can afford a ticket of that price, of that caliber. So you want to rent a yacht? Throw a mastermind, sell tickets to then pay for the yacht to get what you want without you having to pay for it. Now with this strategy, there is a little bit of waiting. We live in a world that wants immediate fulfillment. This strategy, you do have to wait a little bit, but it's not that much, I promise. Let's break it down. So my Rolls-Royce WRAITH, I could have took $200,000 and cashed out on a Rolls-Royce. But what I did instead is I took money to buy assets first. So you can take that $200,000 and put $25,000 on a down payment on 8 houses. So they're $100,000 houses, 25% down payment, 75% is financed from the bank. So you take that same 200 grand and now you own 8 rental properties. And now let's say on each rental property, you profit about $400 per month, meaning that you would be netting profit about $3,200 a month. So if I were to buy a Rolls Royce and finance the entire thing, my monthly car payment would be about $2,500 a month. So instead of me going out and taking that 200 grand and buying a Rolls Royce and then having to pay for the gas and the insurance and everything else, I can take that $200,000 and buy rental properties which then pay me $3,200 a month, which then I can take $2,500 of that, pay my Rolls Royce payment, and pay for my gas and my insurance on top of that. So you literally get the best of both worlds. You get the liability that you wanted, and you get the asset that creates wealth for you forever. I actually made an entire video on how I bought my Rolls Royce. And if you want to listen to that video, watch it here. We'll link it right here in this video. So the example I gave you earlier, I wanted to move to Florida. My living expenses were going to go up dramatically. So what did I do? I took $40,000 and invested into an e-com store. So instead of using that $40,000 as rent payment when I moved down here, I invest that 40 grand and then that store pays me $4,000 to $10,000 a month in profit. So instead of draining that $40,000 over the next few months, I now have income, passive residual income coming in every single month to allow me to live down here for free. Another example, living for free. You want to move into a new house. Instead of buying this big, ginormous single family house, buy a duplex and house hack it. Move into one side and then rent the other side out. So let's say you move into a duplex, it's worth $200,000. You finance the property, you owe about $1,000 a month in payments on that property. So you rent one side out for $1,000 and you live in the other side for free. That's the beautiful thing. When you start playing these games in your head, you can actually play games in real life. You can play Monopoly in real life. You can play chess in real life, and you can move the right pieces around so you can live life how you want to live without yourself having to pay for it. Again, there's a huge difference between passive income and active income. Active income is money that you have to go out there and work for every single day to keep that money coming in. Residual income is money that can come in no matter what happens. That money keeps coming in like clockwork every day, every week, every month, every year. So if you can build up enough passive residual income to cover all of your life expenses, you never have to worry about money again, and you literally live for free. So let's say, like, what I did this morning is I took my journal out and I wrote down what my day would look like. I wanted to have a house payment, right? If you want to put 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand a month on a house payment, what type of cars do you want to drive? Write down how much those cars would cost. What type of food do you want to eat? Write down how much that food would cost. If you want to travel, write down how much that would cost. If you want to have some fun expenses, write down how much that would cost. Come up with a monthly budget, whether that's 5 grand, 20 grand, or 100 grand a month that you have to pay, and then figure out how to build a business or a lifestyle that allows you to make that number passively every single month, and you'll never have to worry about money again for the rest of your life. But you can see from this, if you can play the game and invest in assets first before liabilities, you can still have the liabilities. You can have the houses and the cars and the watches and all those nice things, but you first have to put that money into assets and have a little bit of delayed gratification. We're not talking 5, 10, 20, 30 years. We're talking a little bit of delayed gratification. You can have the best of both worlds. So comment below and let me know what asset you're going to buy to pay for what liability. Make sure when you're down there you hit that subscription and notification bell and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, I greatly appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one.